How we doing? What's going on?
We used to talk about your offense, but I think you guys made 7 straight defensive stops down the stretch there. How'd you see the defense just kind of turn it on down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, the first half and starting in the second half, they were making a lot of just one-on-one threes. We weren't, pressuring up enough. And Dixon was getting it down low, just kind of doing whatever he wanted. We normally double the post, but for some reason we weren't getting into it because they were throwing it down there so quick, and he was making his move. But, we were talking about it all night. We had to pick it up. We were going to win it on the defensive end. That's every game for us. It starts every game that we start scoring, it starts down on the defensive end. And, I decided, I set the tone. I had to pick them up full court, just try something different, switch it up, and I feel like it just changed from there.
Playing against Villanova, they got same-size guys. They switch a lot. You guys didn't seem to be able to find, any cracks in their defense. How were you able to find the edge and finally go ahead in the second half? Yeah,
they're great on defense. I mean, like you said, they switch every time. So it's hard to kind of get downhill because they kind of form that wall where you can't drive in there, and it doesn't really cause much help. But, we had to play a little more one-on-one today than we normally like to do. But, our actions then created one-on-one opportunities for our guys.
Tyler, this is the 4th time in 5 games you put up at least 19 points and had at least 6 assists. What are you putting in to make sure you have an all-around game for your teammates, both offensively and playmaking? Yeah, just taking what the defense gives me and doing what my teammates need. I mean, like I said, this game they weren't causing much help. They were letting us kind of play one-on-one a little bit, so I just took what they gave me and decided to score.
Tyler, in the halftime, Cam hit that half-court shot. How big was that in that moment that kind of maybe got you guys going on offense in there?
Yeah, so they had just hit a 3 right before that, so it would have been 4 instead of 1. So, I mean, I've seen him make those in practice. I mean, it's funny how he hits those. But he's just a great shooter. I mean, I don't know what he shot today from the field, but, it seemed like he was a little stuck in the mud. We were trying to get him going, and, he did a great job for us.
What does it say about his toughness from being out in that second half to DePaul, questionable coming in, but then he played the entire game here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's for his teammates, that's for sure. And, when you're pouring into other guys and you're pouring into your teammates, then, all that other stuff kind of goes away.
Tyler, you seem to be a lot better at finishing around the basket. You got those hanging layups now. Just what kind of work did you put into to be able to improve at that?
Yeah, I mean, I put in a lot of work, but more so than anything, it's just about confidence. With my shooting, with my finishing, everything on offense, passing, it's all about confidence with the ball and confidence in yourself. And I feel like that's really where I've taken a step. Not only confidence in myself, but confidence in every other guy as well when I'm making the passes and everything like that.
Oh, big crowd tonight. I mean, this weekend, National Marquette Day. So how does it feel to, have the fan base by your side and really get you guys into it? I mean, you guys talk about EGBs for you guys, but from the fans just giving you all that energy and that spirit down the stretch late.
Yeah, we needed it. I mean, I think it kicked off. I hit a 3, and then we got a stop, and then Jop hit a 3, and then they called timeout. And the fans really got into it after that. And down the stretch. So, I'm excited for Saturday. I mean, last year it was a frenzy in here on National Marquette Day, so I'm hoping for the same thing.
Without John, I mean, you played 37 minutes today. How do you feel about just taking on that bigger workload with him out?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it earlier today. Just even when he's in, even if we're both in at the same time, he can handle it a little bit more. I can kind of play more off the ball. But I think he might be back soon, but, I just got to do what the team asks. I mean, I've been playing a lot of minutes this whole year. I mean, I don't know if I've played less than 35 in conference play. So, I just keeping my body healthy and trusting what everybody's telling me.
You talked last week about wanting to make sure y'all finish the season better than you did a year ago. Just how important was it to kind of get February started on the right foot with a win like this?
This was a great step forward. I mean, maybe earlier in the year we would have lost this game. I mean, we're down whatever it is the last 2 minutes, and we just stuck with it, kept churning, and really came out with what we wanted to do.
Just what did it mean to battle the way you guys battled and stay in front, tied for first still in the Big East Conference with the way you guys played?
Yeah, it's special. I mean, we're taking, like I said earlier, we're taking every game, game by game. Villanova was in our way today, and Butler's in our way on Saturday. So we're just looking to, stack more and more wins every game and go from there.
What does it just mean to you guys and the team as a whole, where for a long time this rivalry between Marquette and Villanova has been heavily in Villanova's favor, but this is the first time you guys have swept Villanova 2 years in a row? What are just your thoughts in finally being able to do that?
I mean, they're a great program. Obviously, they've been to, they've won how many national championships, how many Final Fours. Final Four last year. Even like you said, we swept them last year, and they still made the Final Four. It's just everybody in our league is great. Everybody has Big East players, and Villanova especially. They got a great culture and great coaches, and they really do. They really work well together in what they do.
Maybe it's been out there for a while, but the jug was very front and center today. So can you just tell us what the jug on the bench is called and what the purpose of it is and all that? Yeah,
so we have a theme every game, and the theme for this game was what was important now, and what was important now was this game. So we went in the film room the other day, and every guy wrote down on a sticky note what they were going to do to help the team positively. For me, it was stay super positive and encourage every guy, even if everything isn't going our way. Each guy had their own thing, more EGBs and stuff like that. So, just little things that kind of pick each other up and really let us focus on what was important. Yeah, they were in there the whole game. So. Thank you.